The first buzz of the alarm felt like an intruder. It was a sharp, clinical sound. 5:30 a.m. For a fleeting moment, I hoped it was a mistake. It wasn't. This was day 1. For 7 days, I handed my mornings to an AI. An AI would dictate even my cold shower. I wanted calm instead of the frantic scramble, curiosity, and a desperate need for structure. Triumph, comedy of errors, cautionary tale. I had no idea. With a sigh, I silenced the alarm, swung my legs out of bed, and stepped into the unknown. The genesis of this ordeal was a simple chat window. I opened a popular AI tool. My prompt was straightforward. I'm a writer who works from home, in bed by 11. Give me a simple 90-minute morning checklist. The AI thought for a beat, then produced a perfectly formatted, utterly uncompromising list. Clean, time-stamped segments, a definitive blueprint for success. The first hit hardest, 5:30 a.m., wake up immediately, no snooze. Right below it, cold shower, 3 to 5 minutes. The AI knew nothing of warm blankets or mercy. 5:45 meditate, 5:50 journal, and no phone until after breakfast. It targeted my weaknesses, snooze, comfort, scroll, and built a fortress of habits. No fuzzy goals, concrete, measurable actions. Drink water, meditate, write a page. It was like getting the recipe for a cake I'd always wanted to bake. Now the only question was whether I had the courage, or foolishness, to follow it. Day 1 arrived not with a bang but with a buzz. 5:30 cut through the quiet. First directive violated before my eyes were open. 9 more minutes felt essential. Negotiation with myself commenced. And again, spectacular surrender to comfort. Eventually, guilt dragged me out of bed, already behind. Next, the cold shower. So simple on screen, medieval torture in reality. I yelped and snatched my hand back. My resolve crumbled. Not today. I summoned steam and betrayed the master plan. Shower of shame over, I tried 5 minutes of meditation. My mind was chaos, snooze guilt, looming tasks, social media. An eternity later, 2 minutes. I called it a partial victory. Day 1, a mess. My habits were entrenched. Day 2, I snoozed only once. Progress, not perfection. I demoted the cold shower to optional. Free writing with no judgment felt impossible. Uninspired lines, but ink on paper. Then the boss battle, no phone. 5 minutes later, I was deep in headlines, updates, and cute animals. Something shifted on the morning of day 3. I didn't snooze. I took one deep breath and sat up. It felt like a deliberate start. 5 minutes of mandated quiet, treated as a gift. My mind wandered, and I gently brought it back, over and over. When the timer chimed, I felt calm. I wrote about the quiet, the calm, even my dog at my feet. No phone through breakfast felt like a quiet win. The morning felt slower, more intentional. I wasn't perfect. I was present. Day 4, time to face my nemesis, the cold shower. I brought reckless bravery and a countdown. 1, 2, 3. I forced my brain to focus on numbers. Shock subsided into an invigorating tingle. I endured a full minute before easing up. Adrenaline and pride. Awake without espresso. It was a microdose of discipline that powered the rest. I captured the battle and the win in my journal. I kept the phone away to protect that clarity. For the first time all week, optimism flickered. Just when I cracked the code, life intervened. I crawled in after 1, already aching for sleep. That alarm felt like a physical attack. I made an executive decision. I chose sleep. Guilt passed, and clarity followed. The AI's rigidity ignored real life and rest. I adapted. No cold shower, 5 quiet minutes, 1 gratitude line. They didn't match, but the spirit held. Day 6, I compromised. 6 a.m. felt sustainable, rested and ready, not resentful. The AI didn't know my knees. Blind obedience would be foolish. I opted for high intention, 10 minutes of safe mobility. I used the forbidden object to honor the spirit of the rule. Tools aren't good or bad. It's how we use them. By the end, It wasn't just the AI's routine, it was mine. I kept hydration, quiet meditation, brief journaling, and modified the rest. It became a dialogue, structure and flexibility, finally natural and effective. Adaptation wasn't a failure, it was the breakthrough. On the final day, the 5:30 alarm was no longer an enemy, just a signal. I sat with my journal and coffee to reflect on the week. The results were more nuanced than I expected. The AI was not a magic bullet or a tyrant, it was a tool. It gave me the blueprint. I had to be the architect, engineer, and builder. Structure mattered. It eliminated decision fatigue. Stacking small wins built momentum for the morning. It pushed me to do hard things and changed my day. Rigidity was its flaw. Real life needs compassion and flexibility. The biggest lesson wasn't about AI, it was about me. It gave structure and sequence. The real work was learning how to use them. Use AI to plan. Use yourself to adapt. 7 days with an algorithmic drill sergeant taught me this. Plan with AI. Live with intuition. If you try it, adapt ruthlessly. And yes, the cold shower is still terrifying, just less so. Subscribe, like, and comment for more AI experiments. See you in the next one.